We've stopped many, like 3 countries actually gave up nuclear weapons because we incentivized them with sanctions and threats and economic rewards. Small groups have tried to get access to nuclear weapons and so far have largely failed.
It's expensive though, right? And hard to, like uranium as a chemical, to keep it stable and to buy it and to house it. I mean, I couldn't just put it in the shed.
You certainly couldn't put it in a shed. You can't download uranium-235 off the internet. It's not available open source. That is totally true. So it's got different characteristics for sure.
But a kid in Russia could, in his bedroom could download something onto his computer that's incredibly harmful in the artificial intelligence department, right?
I think that will be possible at some point in the next 5 years. It's true, because there's a weird trend that's going on here. On the one hand, you've got the cutting edge AI models that are built by Google and OpenAI and my company Inflection, and they cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and there's only a few of them. But on the other hand, what was cutting edge a few years ago is now open source today. So GPT-3, which came out in the summer of 2020, is now reproduced as an open source model. So the code and the weights of the model, the design of the model and the actual implementation code is completely freely available on the web. And it's tiny. It's like 60 times or 60, 70 times smaller than the original model, which means that it's cheaper to use and cheaper to run. And that's, as we've said earlier, like that's the natural trajectory of technologies that become useful. They get more efficient, they get cheaper, and they spread further. And so that's the containment challenge. That's really the essence of what I'm sort of trying to raise in my book, is to frame the challenge of the next 30 to 50 years as around containment and around confronting proliferation.
Do you believe, because we're both going to be alive unless unless some robot kills us, but we're both going to be alive in 30 years' time?
I hope so.
Maybe the podcast will still be going unless AI is now taking my job.